theme park script, and today is another festive countdown where we'll be doing top 5 dark rides. If you haven't seen day number 1, which was yesterday, which we talked about top 5 Chessington rides, so we'll begin by doing the top 5 countdown, and then we'll choose a ride. So today's ride, which was chosen yesterday, is Vampire, and we'll choose another ride from the stocking and pick the day 2 piece of paper from under the tree to see what tomorrow's top 5 will be. So let's get into it with top 5 dark rides. So at number 1 is my most favourite ride I have ever been on. It is a dark ride, so it doesn't count in coasters. So let's begin. At number 5 is Jewel, the haunted house strikes back at Alton Towers. It originally opened as a usual ghost train as the haunted house until in 2001 it did get the re-theme as it was shut for a year, and then in 2002 it had lasers added and became Jewel, the haunted house strikes back. It's really good in there. It's like a haunted house. The only like ghost train slash laser ride, because all the others are tombs, the other parks. And then there's the new Ninjago one coming to Legoland next year. So it is a fantastic ride, but the triggers do hurt your fingers a little bit. On all these shooting rides, the triggers do hurt your fingers, so I'm very excited for the Ninjago where you don't use the guns, you use your hands. So now we'll go down to number 4, which is Bubbleworks, a fantastic dark ride, which is a water ride at Chessington. When you go in the bathtubs, you go around the soap factory, but now that is a closed ride, as next year it will be getting a Gruffalo theme to it. I did talk about this a little bit more in depth yesterday, because that is on my top 5 Chessington rides. So if you want to know a little bit more about Bubbleworks, please check that video out. So now we go on to some rides which are probably going to be in another video. It is number 3 now, which is Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts at the Universal Studios Florida theme park. It is a fantastic ride. It uses 3D glasses / dark ride / coaster. I like how it's like a little bit of a coaster, and wearing the 3D glasses and the dark ride sections on that ride. It's just fantastic, going into Gringotts Bank at the end of the Diagon Alley area, and then just going inside, queuing up in that area, then going into the bank, going down, going in the lift, and then getting on the ride. And now we'll go to number 2, which is Transformers, the ride 3D at Universal Studios Florida again. This uses the same ride system as the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man. It is 3D and it has a lot of effects, and it's on 2 layers. There is a lift bit, which you don't really feel in the ride, but you can see it if you look over the side of the vehicle. And now, number 1, this is my favourite ever ride I've ever been on, Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey at Universal's Islands of Adventure theme park in Orlando. This is where you're on the arm and it holds the seats and you spin around going up right on your back and go for this fantastic dark ride experience. There's loads of these across the world, but this is the only one I've been on, and it is one of my best favourite dark rides. So now we'll go on to the festive fun part, where first we'll be getting a ride which will replace Vampire from the stocking. So now let's see what we get. Let's take that off so it's easier. So the next ride to replace the Vampire is a new Mr. Ride at Plopsaland. So that's the new ride which will be replacing the Vampire. Now we'll find day 2 on the under the Christmas tree. So day 2 is top 5 Legoland ride. So that's going to be an interesting one, because I've been to 2 Legoland parks, Legoland Florida and Legoland Windsor, so it can be a mix between both of those parks because it's not a particular theme park. So I'll see you in tomorrow's festive countdown, which is top 5 Legoland rides.